I was going to get the screen thing. You talk. You're live. We're live.
Hi. So Lori says we're live. So welcome to 2022 in The Finest Agents. So Lori and I, we've taken this. Oh, she's cleaning us off.
Talk about being a mom in real estate. My kids use my computer. Well, and I probably do too, and smudge it. So we're just being real.
2022, we have big plans. We have big goals. And we are aiming to double our business this year. And so we thought it was only appropriate to maybe do a live and say what we are doing in order to achieve doubling the numbers this year and a plan in action. I know everybody, of course, on Facebook and Instagram and social media, we are friends and whatnot with a lot of fellow agents, and they're all posting, what do they call them? The view boards or something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For which are great. It's great. I'm a visual person too. I get that. But our goals are a lot more action steps. And by that, we are actually putting
concrete.
We took the number that we want to do. We reverse engineered it. We divided it by how many months we want to work, how many days we want to work, and we put it into all these action steps into our calendar so that we're trying our very best to hit the number. It'll make us more present because we aren't so scatterbrained. And our hopes are that it will actually allow us doubling our business and allow us more time with our families. So that's our goals.
And so I think if it's your first time to our channel,
it's almost like we want to eat chocolate but lose weight.
We do want to do that too. But I want to drink wine and lose weight. So I'm Lori. This is Kayleen. We do a ton of real estate, and we're pretty brand new agents. We've almost completed our third year.
Yeah.
Right. But we partner with agents all across the country for free. We help you guys grow your business. We, we're pretty honest with you guys about our daily. If you hop over to our Instagram, make sure to subscribe button if it's your first time to our channel, by the way, because we're going to be completely honest with you about how we grow a business, how we do it, our 6-step approach, and help you grow your business. We did over $700,000 in commission just this year, our second year in real estate.
So if you watch earlier videos, we did $14 million in total sales our second full year, and this third year we did over 30. So we're on track to continue to double.
Yeah. So we're hoping that to double it this year. But I just feel like a lot of, you get stuck in real estate, or maybe you're thinking of getting into real estate and you're nervous to take that leap. So how do you grow your business? And I think a lot of times when you
scale your business as you grow,
scale it and have the money to do it, I think a lot of times you get overwhelmed with just having the capital to get those leads. Like I know, some people buy Zillow addresses, or zip codes, which that's a whole nother live that we'll do. But you're when we first started our broker, what was she paying? Like $14,000 a month or something for one zip code. Yeah. And the leads aren't even hot. They're it would be
like click leads from Facebook.
Like Juanita was calling from somewhere. And I was like, she didn't, I don't know. It just wasn't a lead that was going to turn into anything lucrative. So
Lori and I talked on our channel, previous videos down below. We, last year we were putting, this is how we're getting all these leads. Here's action steps. And this year this last week pulled back, and we're making everything that we're doing very replicatable.
Yeah.
Duplicatable. Yeah. Anyways, we are creating a visual, and right now we're calling it our cog. And we've actually been dreaming this up for within the year. We knew what we kind of wanted it to look like, but now it's in action as to this visual of what we've done to not only do double the business, but in the same breath. And I know it sounds like a catch-22, but we're stepping back from production. Right. So how are we doubling our business, but doing half the amount of transactions? Well, the cog's going to explain how we've done that.
And it's putting these steps in place. That's going to, we've done it with other agents across the country.
Here,
we've done
I'll pull up our cog.
Our other local agents here. And it's just a concrete way to, basically for free, if you follow it step by step, grow your business to at least 6 figures, within a year or two. And it's, but they can't see that. It's a
Here's
wall.
the dummy version
That's our
of
prototype.
our prototype. And this is by
It's
no
gonna be
means
really
a final
fabulous
version,
by the
but
end of the
this is
year.
where it's starting. And I know it's backwards, but we are the finest agents. And so we have a 6-prong process and steps to be a finest agent.
Right.
And we talk about in here like freedom, financial freedom, exponentially to change your business and still be able to pull in a paycheck.
Yeah. And so we're going to kind of walk through
Yeah,
these real
we'll go.
quickly during this, quick live, but these are the steps that we have been doing with our agents that they have, made a killing in real estate. And so we're giving that to you guys this year, step by step. If you want to reach out to us, we'll give you any free information. We have a 6-page video, 6-page
like
PDF
a
video interactive thing that'll help you grow your business. That's absolutely free. So our number is 719-367-6880. You can reach out to us anytime. We talk with agents all over the country. You can schedule below in this video, any of our videos, you'll see a Calendly link. You can reach out and schedule a meeting with us as well.
And I think our Calendly's in our link tree.
Oh,
and did you do Calendly too?
I can't remember what I did. It's
there.
Somewhere in there, but the link is in there to schedule.
We have a 30-minute session available. Just click when is available. We did put a couple questions in there so that when we get on that call, we know where you're coming from, and we want to try to address. We get phone calls all the time, and it's like it takes 10 minutes to go through just your story. And so those questions on the Calendly will help us prepare so that our time's best spent figuring out how we can help you. Why are you reaching out?
So I think we're going to kind of go over, how to double your business in 2022. And if you, like we said, we can do this individually with you guys as well, but you are going to, we first talked about freedom, and that's part, we will help walk you through all these steps is, what does that look like for you? How do you want to, have freedom from like your time? How are you going to leverage yourself for this year? We all know as real estate agents, we can spin ourselves in 14 different directions.
And there's always work to do.
And how do you make yourself replicable? There's that word that we
duplicatable
that we love. And to use your time wisely so you can spend your time where you want to spend your time. So that's freedom.
That's the freedom that we talk about. And then also in freedom to make as much money as you can, but freedom also leveraging your time so it's best spent.
So we have a lot of strategies to put in place so that way, and it's specific to each individual. So we'll talk to you guys about that, kind of as we go through this year, but that's the freedom piece of it. I think that is so important to being happy in real estate. There's so many realtors who are not happy in real estate.
They wind up divorced
or they drop out or 80%
burnout.
fail. So, that burnout feeling, I think that piece is so important to put that in your business up front. So that way the rest of it is successful. If you don't have that first part in place, the rest of it is not going to be successful for you.
Yep.
And the second part, as we talk about 6 parts to being successful, is being an influencer. So how do you become an influencer, in your community? And we give you actually step-by-step guide on how to do that. So when someone thinks of real estate in your community, guess who they're thinking of? They're thinking of you. And so that's part of we teach you how to become an influencer in our community. We've done that here in our local community. I meet with people all the time, and they're always like, gosh, I see you everywhere. You are just killing it. And that's all perception as well. So how do you get that perception?
And influencer also in your sphere of business. Like we are not the agents that are solely just, we do all of our lead generation online, but we also want to have that repeat business in our community. And so how are we staying in front of our sphere? How are we giving them continued value for staying in touch with us? And how are we winning them over again and again and again? Just in our local community, there's over 5,000 real estate agents now. And so we have to continue to be that source of influence on our local sphere that we've worked so hard to get here into our community. So we also touch base being a finest agent and being that influencer with our sphere.
Right. Because I think did you see that Julie reached out to us? So we drive our business with video. If you look at any of our videos, we drive our entire business by doing video. And we'll go into, as we go on this year, and you can see we're passionate about that, is video is so important. It makes people know who you are. They feel like they know you before they even reach out to you. It's amazing. Like it blew my mind for the first time we did that. People reach out to us and they're like, "Oh, it's you." And I'm like,
yeah,
it's us.
We're real.
But it's amazing. So that's like what drives our business. But then once you get that business, how do you maintain that business? How do you still become to them their best friends, even though like you're not? But that's something that I think, by doing their community influencer piece, by staying with, we talked about our pop buys. Our pop buys this year are fabulous. And we'll talk about those in other videos. Our events that we do with leveraging your time. Some agents hold events and they'll have it must take hours and weeks of their time.
And the one agent that I know, we never name call, but there's one agent in our community.
We don't ever name call.
And we figured it out. She spends 20 to 50 grand
an event, which is fine if that's your thing.
And she does it quarterly, which is great. But her audience is not that much bigger than ours.
That's a lot of houses to
what I think, like Lori and I, what we've learned, how to double your business, double your time, and keep your overhead the same.
Yeah.
And so that's being a finest agent, is running a good business.
Or the other agent, and this might be, I might be jumping ahead of us, but she spends in lead costs $100,000 a month.
A month.
I mean, that is
I would be
a lot of work to get back that money and then make profit off of that. I mean, obviously it's working for her in some aspects, but if you talk about leveraging your time, to me, that's the stupidest thing.
Yeah. I can't do that.
I'm like, no, I would never do that. So anyways,
freedom, influencer.
I think freedom is like the foundation of your real estate business. You've got to have that piece down,
and you have to be an influencer.
Absolutely.
To have the effect.
Yep.
Networking. So we are not networkers. Lori and I are actually very reclusive. Like, we hate those awkward events.
Reclusive. I feel
we are, though.
Isn't a recluse like an animal?
No, it's like when you go to an event.
Well, I know it.
Yeah. And you just want to be a wallflower. Like, I hate that shit. Don't like it at all. And I'm a people person. I just don't like the rubbing elbows and whatnot. So we have came up with a strategy how to network and enjoy it for not going to cocktail hour 3 times a week.
See, this is what a recluse is. It's a brown spider.
That's a brown recluse spider.
I know, but you said
reclusive.
Oh, fine. But it's a recluse.
Check it out.
Anyway.
Maybe I'm using the wrong word.
No, I think you're using the right word. But I do think that you don't have to be an extrovert to kill it in real estate. That was one questions we get all the time is, I'm not extroverted. Can I be successful in real estate? Yes. Find your way that you want to network and then do it well.
And so networking also goes hand in hand with checking in with your mentor. We have mentor down under our networking because it's such an essential part of our business. And when we partnered with our mentor here at EXP, it totally changed our business. And so it's not on the books. We can schedule anytime we want, but it was so important and strategic when we moved over who was our mentor and who we put as our sponsor. So
and check in with them.
That's huge.
Take advantage of what they offer, I would say. And
and so they, as a sponsor, they offer us we can get on as often as we want or as not often as we want. They hold round tables. They have different meetings that we can join in for logistics on operating social media. They can get on and connect us with our upline or in our organization for more of advising on how to grow and what are your next steps. Just different perspectives, looking at what we're doing and helping us make the right moves to go in the direction we want to go. It's so important.
Yeah. And then just to collaborate, learning to collaborate, and it kind of a little feeds into being an influencer a little bit, learning to collaborate those in your sphere, your community that you want to work with that is going to grow your business. And who are those people? Okay. And so we help get you in touch with that.
FINE. And E is we try to provide the best experience for our clients who we help purchase homes here in Colorado. And we also want to provide the best experience for our fellow agents who we partner with. And so we've kind of broken it up into what we offer and the systems that we've put into place to leverage our time so that our local agents who've partnered with us know what our clients expect and what we expect for them to provide to them.
Yep.
Same thing goes for any agents that partner with us and what they have the ability to offer then to anybody in their organization to tap into the value of having Lori and I and our entire upline here at EXP with them.
Right. And I would say, double your business in 2022 or going forward at any point. It's super important to have a good client experience and make sure, like we
Absolutely.
tell all of our agents, that review at the end. I don't care. As real estate agents, clients can be freaking crazy. We have someone, I'm like, you get to that closing table and it's like, you're like, okay, good. This is closing. I mean, not only do your check, but you still need and want that client experience to be a 5-star experience. And so what does that look like for every client? It may be different. So understanding
and
how
that. Do they record that? Where do they record that?
Right.
Do you have them do reviews on what websites? And so we've put down what we think is most beneficial and why for those reviews and how we provide that.
Right. So I think the experience piece is, I think it boils down to customer service. If you want to get to the old school term is, what's the customer service you're providing to anybody you come in contact with, whether Kayleen noted to other agents that you're working with, other agents that you're mentoring, sponsoring, or your current clients, your lenders, any of those people that you come in contact with.
All right, I'm going to do a little
service.
Side story to this customer service.
Okay.
We did a transaction. It was with a Redfin agent. I'm sorry if she ever comes on here.
Kayleen's still a blood's boiling.
So I did the final walkthrough. It was a mail out. And so everybody signed before, did the final walkthrough, and there is shit all over this house. And technically, I called title to hold funds. They had already funded because it was a holiday. And technically, there was nothing we could do, but there was stuff all over this house, and our client was moving in with his U-Haul from cross country. So I reached out to the agent. It was the holiday. She wasn't having it. Her client lost her phone, so she couldn't get a hold of her. Long story short, like, my client is not going to move into this house, and there was nothing I could do to it because the deal was already done. So I was persistent, provided that customer service. It was just the right thing to do. Yep. And it technically was what the contract read, is all of those items needed to be out. So long story short, fought it for 2 weeks. And finally they're making it right and doing what's best. But to me, that transaction, like, we could have just let it go.
I was gonna say, you could have let that go so many times and you didn't.
But it was the right thing to do. And I want that client to come back to me. And I wasn't tooting my own horn, but I made sure that he knew that we were going above and beyond to get this done because it was the right thing to do. And technically there wasn't anything. And so I know that customer I won him over. Like, they will come back because we did the right thing. And that's the kind of customer service that we're talking about. How do you get your agents that work for you and to also have that accountability? And so we'll put action steps down for you.
Yep. So that was the
last our call.
Is that the fourth? That's the fourth one, I think.
Experience.
Yeah. I do think these last two, for me, I talk about very important. F is like kind of like the foundation. It's like where everything stems from for the rest of it to be like an iceberg. Like, right? I think like
iceberg.
The foundation
like
is the
pyramid?
biggest part. Yeah, like you have to have that strong base. But these last two really hammer it in.
It's like the details
into growing your business. And so, the other pieces, we kind of help all of our agents get those foundation pieces, the strong F, and then, be an influencer, have that networking ability, have that experience. And then we're going to talk about the last two. So is systems and technology. So if we talk about the systems you put in place, this is what grows your business. This is what makes you not go mentally insane. And I would say the systems of success, the success systems you put in place.
And I was confused when we came up with these ideas. But under systems, we have virtual systems and we have success systems. And the difference is Explain it.
So virtual, I would think like virtual things are things that you can do that you're not directly doing. So those are things you can put in place. So for
Views
instance,
while you snooze.
and yes, and so once you get into our 6-step factor approach, whatever we're going to call it this year, we're just kind of finalizing that right now. Once you get into that, you can see that you have to have these virtual things in place. So that way, what Kayleen says, while you're not working, because our whole goal is to work smarter, not harder, that people are still seeing your content. There's still content. I can't speak anymore today. They're still seeing your content and they're still seeing your face and you're everywhere to them, but you're not there. You are doing one thing. Yeah, you're in the beach, but you are doing one video. So this year, our goal is to do a video and strip it and throw it everywhere else and have other people post it. And it's a fraction of the cost.
Instead of spending,
we spend
$8
hours, you guys,
videoing and stripping it and re-editing. Who does that best and most cost effective? And so that, yes, it's a little overhead, but who pays for it? Not us. And how does that all plan out? So our impressions, what are our impressions monthly?
I don't know. Last year we had 1 million impressions. 100,000 direct views. I'm just kind of going off my head
we
here.
like crushed our goal on how many impressions we wanted to make, but there's different platforms and we speak to this very specifically, but you really want a presence everywhere. But how do you do that logistically? Like you go on different clubhouses, meetings, and they say, pick one, you can't go anywhere. And we say that we're on one, but how can we also take that tidbit of content and spread it all over and use that and make our dollar worth triple the amount of money?
And so, and Kaylee and I noted, we don't spend a single, we personally do not spend a single money. I have to be done today. We've been doing so many client things, but we don't spend any amount of money each month personally on our video marketing or any of our marketing. We actually kind of make some money at the end of the day. For us, as far as what we can do with that money. But
so virtual systems, and then we also had success systems.
Right. So virtual systems is, like we talked about, we have people who strip our videos, we have people who post on our blogs, we have people who make our podcasts for us, we have people who edit our videos. Like it goes on and on and on. People make our PDFs, our websites, our interactive graphics. Those are all people who are working and doing it virtually for us. The success systems are maybe more the streamlined things that we put in place so it's easily accessible.
Here's a good this is what we did this whole last week. It was our goal planning for the week. And one of the systems and one of the first things we did was build that calendar. And we reverse engineered numbers, said what's our goal? How many videos do we need to do? We are not numbers people, but when it boils down to it, it's just like a diet. How many calories are you intaking and how many are you out? Same thing, like strategically dissect that number, put that plan in action. So we are videoing on certain days, doing this on certain days, and then these days, and you plan out your calendar and you literally put it on there. And here's like a finest tip. Ding. Is that calendar, do it a separate calendar, and that's your backup for your accountant at the end of the year. True. This is what all we did, and this is all my mileage. This is where I went. It's all out. It's laid out for you.
So whether you're a new agent or you have a successful team in place, you're ready to take it to the next level. That's what we do. That's our bread and butter. Is we're going to help you put those virtual systems in place, and then also take success systems. Well. And so it just flows for you guys. And so that way, okay, as a team, this is for our step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. Everyone's doing this. Here's our systems of success that are going to help us double our business, this calendar year.
And if something goes sideways, then you say, well, we really need to do that. Like we never got around to it. And that's why we spent so much time doing it over here.
Right. So we give you a concrete plan to put those success systems in place.
So our last part of being a finest agent is our T, and that is technology. And systems virtually differ from technology because technology literally is like we've put together a list of, hope this doesn't make noise, but equipment that we love and use, apps that we love and use. systems, like online tools that we pay for a monthly subscription for, ones that aren't worth it because our
Yep.
editor already has this. We go through all of that digital technology, and then
Our lighting, our cameras, our computers, how we drop videos, like what technology we've used to do all of that.
what's our favorite way to find video titles,
And
all of those very specific logistics.
And I think technology can be kind of intimidating for a lot of people. I mean, you have to just jump in. Today, Kaylee and I we try to do a live on our
OBS
on our
Studio,
we've used
YouTube
OBS
Live.
before, but we tried to connect it to YouTube and have it stream
It was
live.
a fail, so we just did this.
It was a fail. So I mean, we're gonna try it. Oh, yesterday I tried to post a live story. And I think I know everyone should know how to do this, but I tried to do it and I posted it actually to like the actual like post feed instead. And I didn't know how to go back. And I was like, whatever, it's going to be what it is. And I think it's just, that's how we started doing video in the first place. We looked back at our old videos.
Oh, we were
Kayleen
so
sent me some of the
dorky.
other ones the other day, and I was like,
there was
oh my
a video
gosh.
of Lori making cherry bombs.
Oh, I did not. Yes, I do that.
It was funny. But what it did do is made us comfortable on camera. And we're going to do a lot of those videos this year as well, is how to have that camera confidence. And
we should get a blooper reel. I wonder if we go back and find a blooper reel and share it out.
It really is just there's a lot to it, actually.
Kayleen
repetition.
Fell one time. I just like to go back to the blooper reel. Kayleen fell one time, broke her wrist, basically.
Oh yeah. It's in every video we do. It's at our beginning. I like broke my wrist, sprained my ankle. It was bad. Or like when we went to a video marketing conference and we were standing by a plane and we thought we had to be silly and you just got to do it. That's kind of the bottom line. But there are things you can do to help yourself prepare and have that camera confidence so that it flows a lot easier and you don't feel so like guessing what you're talking about and whatnot. And so, we'll talk specifically about how to achieve that. And then specifically as a woman, like I think as women, there were a couple people we were stalking on Instagram and whatnot. I said, we are never going to, I don't have those boobs. I can't do that.
We should be that person. I'm like, we are not 22 and like
moms.
size 0.
We're moms.
I was like, that would be like going, what I describe it as?
The
Big. Remember when Big went to like that carnival and he saw that little gypsy like thing in that? Yeah. And he had talked to it. And that's why he got big. Because he was like, I want to be big one day. And he woke up.
I have not seen that forever.
I know. Anyways, we like to
spiral. There is technique to it. There's technique. And so we'll help talk you through that. And maybe video is not your thing. But you have to have that confidence and know that if you're in this real estate business, you are the expert.
Yeah.
It is kind of a thankless job, except for your paycheck. But you got to be pretty confident with whatever you're doing, how you're doing it.
I just say be confident in who you are. I think a lot of times you try to be somebody else. And I think more and more, as technology gets more and more in your face, people just want to see real people, I think, and get to know real people. And so I just think, you can try. I think it's great to do branding, great to do marketing. We'll dive into the differences between those two. People. But who are you and who you're branding yourself? So who are you? I cannot pretend to be a 22-year-old size 0 blonde thing. It's obviously not going to work for me. So
hopping on the beach and doing cartwheels.
Yeah. Cans and beater swimsuits.
Ooh, you don't want that.
But our last one for technology is time. And we touched on it briefly, but how to use technology to leverage your time. I think it's more and more important because I think you get overwhelmed with, if you look at all the systems in place, like how am I going to be on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and TikTok and YouTube and wherever. I think it gets so overwhelming. You don't know where to start. So everyone does something half-ass. And so I think be able to use, what you're doing. And like we talked about, those success systems in place, and then use technology, and we'll show you concretely how to do that, how to have technology work in your favor. So that way you are not working all the time technology is working all the time for you.
And time is money.
And time is money.
If you're saving time, you're saving
And you can be
money.
eating bonbons, drinking wine on the beach.
It reminds me of Legally Blonde when she says endorphins create, or happy people create endorphins, and endorphins, blah, blah, blah. And so they wouldn't kill each other. It's kind of one of those process. Oh, so I got to watch Big and you got to watch Legally Blonde.
Well, I watched
it. Marley would love it.
Yeah.
Okay. But time is money. And so we just believe to leverage our time.
Mm-hmm.
That really was our goal this year. And all of these action plans that we put into place reflect that we wanted to be able to spend more time and be more present, is the better term, with our families, and be able to separate. Running your own business and being an entrepreneur is hard because you have that buy-in, you have that grit. And so it's kind of hard sometimes to put the work down and focus on your family, focus on your boyfriend, focus on whatever you need to be, but just being more present with who you are, it just creates a better atmosphere. And, I think you just do it better when you have that balance.
Yeah.
So
I think, as we talk about doubling your business in 2022, I do think that, with our 6-step process, we've helped agents do it numerous times. And so if you are, like I said, new in real estate, maybe you've been in real estate for a while and you've done only a few transactions, or you just feel like you're stuck year after year, you're not growing your business. We help agents all across the country for free. I promise you, we don't take any of your money.
We partner with agents and we teach them how to be a finest. We also have, cat out of the bag where we're with EXP, but I do believe our organization is the best line that you could have, especially if you're into video marketing specifically, but door knocking, growing your business. We've had the best experiences with our organization, and it truly has changed our real estate business here in Colorado.
Yeah. And so we host, monthly meetings with real estate agents all across the country who are in our specifically our group, the Finest Agents.
Thursday.
So you can, the last Thursday of the month. So if you want to be part of that, we'd love to have you.
And it'll show up in a live underneath here, right?
What?
All of our times that we're doing our agent.
Oh, yeah, we'll post them out there. We'll put them out there.
So
for
you'll
you guys.
be able to see them and just put them on your calendar.
Yep. You can also hit, set a reminder. That's also helpful. And we're going to go over in detail all these different things, each month on how to double your business, how to grow your business, and be a support for each other this year as we go into 2022. So, if you want the Finest Agents, our 6-step approach to building your business, give us a call or text, or you just want to chat. We have a Calendly link below, like we talked about, but, you can text us 719-367-6880 anytime, and we can, pop you over that guide or whatever that help you grow your business. So we are excited about 2022.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for everyone that's joined us today. We have a ton of people reaching out. I haven't even looked at my phone yet.
Don't do it.
Don't do it yet. I have
39 text messages.
So just give us a call or text anytime. We'd love to help you, and we will see you guys shortly.